Welcome, ladies and gents, back to another Yorkshire Rose episode, and welcome back to the medical centre. It's been a rather long time since we've been here, because we've had other news as well as injuries. But the only other bit of news besides injuries to catch up in this one is the news that our chairman has poo-pooed the idea that we are going to have a takeover. So that probably means we actually are having a takeover, and he's hiding it for the next couple of weeks. But as you can see, we've picked up quite a few injuries since last episode. First of all is Carl Jenkinson. He picked up a tight thigh. He was out for 2 days, but has since returned. 3 players, however, who haven't returned is Prince Odigoki. He picked up a pulled ankle ligament injury in training, keeping him out for 8 to 11 days. Currently, we've got Paul Osu. He picked up food poisoning. He's currently being treated by the club doctor for 2 to 3 days, and Campbell has a bruised shin, keeping him out for 2 to 3 days. So Campbell's not going to be on our bench, Adigoki's not going to be on our bench, and Osu, who wasn't going to be playing anyways, isn't going to be. And Jenkinson is probably going to be on our bench, but lacking a little bit of fitness. But without further ado, let's head on over to our stadium. Let's crack on with this game against QPR. Okay, ladies and gents, game day is finally here, the big one, the final game of the season, and well, we probably didn't expect to find ourselves here in the upper echelons of the league, battling it out to get automatic promotion, if not the title. So it's going to be rather disappointing if we do fall into that playoff spot. 2 out of the 3 of us will be automatic promoted, and the other will have to fight their way through the playoffs. Hopefully, QPR, after automatically securing themselves a place in the playoff spots, will just settle for that. We'll be happy, because all they've got to really play for here today is to try and get 4th and get the home leg against Shrewsbury. But I believe it's double leg anyway, so there's no real reason for QPR to battle it out with us here today. Just accept that we are going to pick up a nice little victory. Let us get promoted. And in the other games, of course, we will be keeping an eye on Portsmouth against 12th place Salford. They are also at home. And Huddersfield's at home. All 3 of us at home. They are at home against AFC Wimbledon in 16th place. The side who, of course, managed to upset Portsmouth in those trio of upsets last episode. But let's head on over to the tactical meeting screen. As you can see, it is a sold out capacity here today. 8,512 tickets have been sold out of the 8,512 ticket capacity. Poor pitch condition, unfortunately, though. First versus 5th, a drizzly 15 degrees Celsius and calm here today. So, team selection. As you can see, we've got Prisbeck in goal, the back line of Fleming, Shipley, Adiopan and Titov. I dropped Fleming back to left back after that dismal performance on left-hand side of midfield. In central midfield is Rowley and Goss. Ladies and gents, Williams making his return. As you can see, he's struggling for fitness. Hopefully this time he doesn't get injured. On left-hand side is Berahino, of course, covering for Lubala. Pedder in between and Vokes up front. We also have on the bench Burton, who's on there for Adigoki, who picked up that injury. Jenkinson's there, Jackson, Allen, Gibbs, Campbell. Should we keep Campbell? He's got a bit of a knock. I might keep him there. And Zimba, who is our alternative to Campbell. As you can see, Chadwick, in fact. Maybe we'll bring Chadwick onto the bench, perhaps. I don't particularly like having injured people chilling on our bench, though. That's the main issue. So, you know what? McLean, if we need a winger, McLean can come on. He can go over there. If we need a winger on this side, Gibbs can go over there. Or Rowley. So, we should be okay with that one. I don't know why I wanted to go and save it. Just natural reaction when I make a change to our settings, just in case I forget to save things and we get reverted back a week or 2. So, go to the match. Let's crack on with this. Let's get things underway. We are, of course, taking on Patrick Vieira, still manager of Queen's Park Rangers for this one, and he's got 2 changes to his lineup. I believe, if I'm right, we did beat QPR last time, so they will be looking for revenge. We are going to give a bit of encouragement. Come on, lads, win this one for the fans, seal the title for us. Come on, let's do it. By the way, we did have a team meeting, and I did go for the complete opposite approach, to be honest. As you can see, a draw, a win, and a loss. Reasonable bit of form, but we do need to improve it. QPR's on some better form. A win, a loss, a win, and a loss. And they seem to have a lot of new gens in their team. But as I was saying, we did... Okay, my brain's gone blank. My brain has gone blank. Anyways, Charlton 1-0 up against Burton Albion. Bolton 1-0 up in their game as well. But yes, things are looking pretty good here. Don't know why we're all the way up here, but we shall take it. And hopefully we do not slip up now we have found ourselves up here. But it's ball over the top right now. Lovely tackle by Shipley, but it's back into Ibekwe. And is he offside? Is he offside? Come on, he's offside. Whew. Okay, so QPR, like I previously said, shouldn't be battling, but apparently they want to battle for every single point. And to be honest, I respect that. I respect the heart they are showing. Huddersfield, by the way, 1-0 up after 9 minutes. But Wimbledon again, 12th-minute equaliser, I believe, through a penalty. Pedder, though, has just stolen the ball, whips it into Vokes, and Vokes, oh, is it the post? Samuel Vokes. The ball has been cleared away, though. Adiapan to collect it in the centre circle, ball up to Goss. By the way, my brain is puddling here. This is the 3rd episode in a row I've recorded in this absolutely sweltering room. It's probably up to 26 degrees right now. I can't quite see it. 25.4. It's a little toasty in here, a little toasty. It has dropped down a little bit because I have been opening my window between episodes. Unfortunately, though, I can't leave it open during episodes because the microphone will pick up a lot of external noise. So, currently, 0-0 going into half time. I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Right now, don't feel too bad. But we simply haven't been good enough. Berahino's on a 6-4. A couple of others are struggling as well. So let's get assertive. We simply need to be better in front of goal, lads. Just need to shoot better. Shoot better. So go out there, do exactly that. As you can see, we are still top of the league and still having a laugh. We honestly could care less about the title. It would be nice, of course, to have the title, but as long as we can finish in those top 2 spots, I'll be happy. I will be happy as long as we don't have to play the playoffs. It'd be nice. So, 65th minute. We have Jaden Williams. He's shattered 6-4. We have Fleming on a yellow card on a 6.4 as well. Do we risk him? Worst performers here today are Williams, Fleming and Berahino, that left-hand side. So, what is our plan? I could move Fleming up. We could. We know how that went last time. We also have Pedder, who is shattered. So, Gibbs, go out there. Gibbs can go out there. Jackson can go here. Do we want to bring on McLean? What's our alternative on the... You know what? Rowley. Rowley, I trust you. Go out there. Allen can come into the middle. That should freshen things up. Gives us a nice fresh central midfielder. We've got a solid guy over as our inside forward on that left-hand side. Hopefully. Hopefully we can grab a goal. Let's seal the deal right now. Grab ourselves a goal. Grab ourselves that title. And make sure it cannot be pulled away from us at the depth of this one. Because Huddersfield is still 1-1. If they can pick up a late goal, they can steal the title. Pedder back to Titov. Inside to Goss. Goss turns, passes it. Rowley. Come on, Rowley. Come on, Rowley. Joe Rowley. 5th goal of the season. But I think it's offside. It's going to be disallowed. Referee. It's fair. But it's a bit gut-wrenching. Portsmouth, by the way, has just overtaken Huddersfield. Huddersfield must have gone down to AFC Wimbledon. We're going to have a little look at that one. But first of all, I think we're the champions. We're not doing a celebration, which is worrying. But let's head to the dressing room. Failure is always hard to take, but disappointment. Okay. We was top on that other screen, right? Did Portsmouth leapfrog us as well? Yeah, we should have won that match. Where did we finish? That's got me worried. Game. game. What's this about us not securing the title? Because right now I see us top of the league by 2 goals. Portsmouth in second, and Huddersfield dropping to third after a 1-1 draw. Portsmouth picking up a 1-0 victory. Game. Are we champions? Are we? York win Sky Bet League 1. We are the champions. And the pivotal match apparently was Wycombe 4-4. Okay. The board has also set their initial budget for next year, 2.31 million. Don't think that's going to go very far, but 91 grand per week is not too bad for a wage budget. I'm not sure how that is comparative to the rest of the league. It's probably going to be rather low, but we'll take it. We are going to be fighting bravely when we go up. Of course, they're ecstatic. We were supposed to be battling relegation instead, though. We've gone and got promoted to the Championship. Plymouth has also secured a play-off spot. Fleming is pleased with me. Thank you, Brandon. I'm pleased with you, although I wasn't pleased on that winger performance, nor was I pleased particularly on that last game either. But York manager slams team, I wouldn't say that. Will Adiapan, do you want to go into the Championship? Do you really want to play Championship football? Because if you react like that, I might just get rid of you. I might just get rid of you. But York have been crowned the League One champions, and it is of course time to move on forward, catch up with our season review. Commiserations of course to Huddersfield, who will now find themselves battling it out in the playoffs. I think they might make it through. QPR though, as we've seen, pretty decent side, and there's also Plymouth and I believe Shrewsbury also in there as well. But enough rambling from me, let's get on over to that season review. Okay, so before we progress forward into that season review, I thought this would be a little bit of entertaining news to show you, fine ladies and gents. He told us that we berated the team after that last match. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be showing that he doesn't want to be dropped from the team, and yet apparently he stopped dropping hints about wanting to leave for a bigger club. So I don't know what's going on in Adiapan's mind. I don't think Adiapan knows what's going on in his mind. Does he want to stay here? Does he want to go elsewhere? Does he want to play in the Championship? Does he want to go down to the Conference? Does he want to get stuck in our reserves on a long contract just out of spite? Because we do have quite a bit of money. I might do that. But right now, I'm happy that he stopped playing up. Hopefully, he can give us a good season going forward. As you can see, by the way, 2.31 million as a transfer kitty, but that 91 grand wage does in fact give us 43,500 per week when we have our little bit of a clear out, because we've got Campbell and a few others to leave, and well, I might clear out some more players on top of that, so hopefully I might be able to get that maybe up to about 50 grand with, I don't know, maybe 3 million-ish. Depends if we can make a bit of money out of the players I am planning on possibly getting rid of. But enough rambling from me. Let's get forward to that season review, which is finally here. So, York City end of season review for 2024-25. The new arrivals first of all. There we go. Shipley was our best one. I wouldn't really call him a new arrival. He's been around a long time. We keep loaning him in, and hopefully we can bring him in permanently at some point. Adigoki, though, came in from Stoke for 125 grand. Hopefully we don't need to rely on him. I would hope we can drop Prisbeck to the bench next season, bring in a Championship level goalkeeper, send Adigoki out on loan, let him get a bit of development, maybe at League 2 Conference, possibly even League 1. I'm not quite sure exactly where he would fall. We then have Goss. Goss had an amazing season, grabbed himself 9 goals, 8 assists, 80 grand. He was a bargain, coming in and doing a 7.21. We then have Sam Vokes. Came in from Miami. He was our biggest transfer, broke records for 225 grand, and to be honest, he did a solid job at 35 years of age, though. He's probably going to be dropping to our bench next season. We probably need someone with fresh legs who can dart past defences. Folks, he's solid. He's just not going to be that guy for us, I think, up front next year. 21 goals, 8 assists, 7.17. I'm not going to be too disappointed if we do have to use him next year. A player I will be, of course, is Prisbeck. Prisbeck, it was hit and miss. Some games he does it, some games he doesn't. Some games is a 6.2, some games is a solid 6, 7, 6, 8. Really depends how he is feeling. Comes in for 48.5 grand, not a bad little bit of business. We paid a little bit more for Joe Rowley, but honestly, I think that was a good bit of business at 62 grand. 1 goal, 2 assists, 21. Can play on the wings, can play in the middle. He's a nice bit of cover everywhere. We then have Titov. He was a little bit disappointing. 52 grand from Accrington. Played 49 games, 7 assists, got 6.97. But again, he's very much in the Adam Prisbeck category of being very hit and miss. You either get a good game out of him or you get an absolutely terrible one out of him. And unfortunately, Jenkinson as backup just wasn't very good. So Fleming came in on a free transfer on top of that. Great bit of business. Love Brandon Fleming, both the player and in game as well. 14 appearances for him. 3 assists at 6.95. I expect him to play a little bit better next year when he's bedded himself in the team. We then have Ben Jackson from Huddersfield. Again, a free transfer. 6.85. Nice bit of cover. Happy with that one. Billy Chadwick, I would say we've overpaid for 115 grand. 6.74. Nice bit of cover though, and grabbed us 5 goals as well. Gibbs came in on loan. 33 as a substitute. 6 starts, 1. We could have probably done better with that one. Berahino, again, he was more for the name. 14 appearances, 2 goals, 1. He has been picking it up towards the end of the season though, so hopefully he can go into next season playing just that little bit better. And Callum Burton, to give us a little bit depth in goal, came in as well, but hasn't appeared yet. So that is our season review. Let's head on over to the next part. That is our new transfers. As you can see, we went up as champions. Portsmouth stealing that second place. Huddersfield, sadly for them, dropping into third. As you can see, Rotherham, Northampton, Lincoln and Newport County all getting relegated. And yep, nice little season for us. We was expected to fight bravely against relegation. Instead, we won the title. We had an 85% home attendance, which is nice. 19 goals was the top goal scorer with Sam Vokes. An A+ rating. I don't think we can argue with that one. In the FA Cup, was expected to reach the second round as a minimum. We reached the third. 6 players had a singular goal in that one. Going out to Leeds United, 1-0, not the most disappointing of results, I would say. We can be pretty darn happy with that one. Carabao Cup, we then went out to Everton. Again, a competition I'm not particularly bothered about. They just said, be competitive. Thoughts not bothered about it either. Second round in that one. And the Papa John's Paint Trophy, be competitive. We got into the northern section, but as you can see, we didn't do anything in Papa John's. We don't care about Papa John's unless they're sending us some pizza. Papa John? Send us a pizza, please. Anyways, let's get to those moments to remember. And the biggest win was a 4-0 against Preston. Not quite as big as some of the games in the other save, but 4-0, pretty darn solid. Not too bad. A match to remember, of course, was the Wycombe game where it was 4-4 away from home. And then the goal of the season was that Berahino one. We don't need to see it again, do we? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We saw it last episode, I believe. We saw this one, but we'll have another look at this one. So, Berahino's goal, I can't quite remember. You know what, we'll just do it this way. We'll do it this way. We'll go in, we'll just click on Berahino. So much easier. So much easier. I'm trying to remember how to do it straight in. So, Bubala running down that left-hand side, pulls it back, gets it over to Rowley. He finds Berahino, bit of space, turns, first time, right foot, top right corner. And that is the goal of the season. I'm not quite sure if I would say that was the goal of the season. We've had some magical goals this past season, but financially, 2-star reputation. Still no new sponsorship deals. Our sponsorship has in fact gone up though, from 45 grand to 66, well, just under 46 to 66, up 20,000 roughly. Broadcast revenue has gone from 330 to 463 and should do again next season as well, because of course we're in a higher level again. Corporate and hospitality is up from 240 grand to 391, 67,730 for competition prize money, up to 82,730. We then have 397 grand match day commercial and retail, up to just over 500,000 at 520 grand. Merchandise 170 grand domestic sales, non-domestic 17,005. Sorry, total is 170. We then have shirt sales, 2,417 have been sold, and the main players for that is Vokes, Williams, Berahino, Lubala and Rowley, all reasonable names, I would say. Berahino because of his reputation, Vokes because of his reputation, Williams, our best player, I would argue. Williams is amazing over on that right-hand wing. We then have Lubala. He is probably secondary to Williams on the opposite side. Unfortunately, both of them having injury issues towards the back end of the season. And Rowley came in and did a solid job in the centre of that midfield. But how do we line up our best lineup? Prisbeck, I wouldn't say Osu, because I have a personal bias, of course, for Brandon. Shipley, Adipan, I can agree with that. Titov, I can agree. Goss, Allen. I'll swap Allen out for Rowley. Williams, Pedder, yes, on performance. Berahino should be better than Pedder, though. Lubala on left-hand side, and Vokes. So there's one or two changes I would possibly make to that lineup. But Manager Award. So I got the Sky Bet League One Manager of the Month for December, the only accolade I somehow managed to make, even though I took a team that should be fighting relegation all the way to the title. In terms of club awards, well, the fan player, your fan player, is Will Adipan. Will Adipan, the man who keeps complaining about wanting a bigger and better club. He's also our young player of the season. Hopefully, Championship is high enough for him, or if he's still with us, perhaps the Premier League. But that's a lot of dreaming, a lot of dreaming. I think we've got at least a couple of seasons before that one will happen. Signing of the season was apparently Adam Prisbeck. No. Just no. I do not agree with that one in the slightest. Even with my bias, I think we can say Fleming was a better signing than Prisbeck. They both had ups and downs. I wouldn't say Adam Prisbeck was the signing of the season. He was really just cover for that Barnsley stealing of our starting goalkeeper. We then have the goal of the season, which went to Berahino. Top goal scorer was Sam Vokes with 21 goals, most assists, Lubala on 11, although I would say Williams would have probably beat him to it if he didn't have so many injuries. Most player of the match awards is 7, going to Will Adipan. Highest average rating, Adipan on a 7.5, and Sean Goss had the most passes per 90 at 84. Almost a pass a minute. Solid job for him. That's what you like to see from your deep line playmaker. And the record breaker, the highest transfer fee paid, of course, was Samuel Vokes. Now, in terms of competition awards, there's only one. The Sky Bet League 2 Player of the Year. Bit late. Don't know why they're giving awards for League 2 when we're a League 1 team, which is now I nearly said conference, championship team. But Shipley apparently got that one. So that's his late award. Maybe we'll get some League 1 ones in our next roundup for our time down in here. But anyways, history in the making. York are your League 1 champions for this season. That spell of football at the start of the season was the making of York. It really set them up for success. That, my friend Tiago, is wrong. If you have a little look at how our season went, the start of the season was probably more rocky than the end. We just sort of wobbled about a bit, hit the peak, came down, hit the peak, came down, hit the peak. Then we sort of flatlined and bounced between first and third, fourth-ish, and then eventually we somehow managed to settle at the top on goal difference. But I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all join us for our time up in the championship. We'll, of course, be kicking things off with a press conference in the next one. But I hope you all have a lovely night and goodbye.